Grinders, it's your boy Poker, back on the grind, back on ONCOOP here, Pokerstars Online Championships. I have my most proudest video about to show you guys of all time on this channel. We have won tournaments before, but we've never won a trophy event. We made it to day 2 in a $500 buy-in. This big table right here, I don't know how to just show one table. I apologize for being a noob. But we're going to focus here. Soon the other ones close out because I just wanted to start focusing on these. The other ones were ONCOOP buy-ins, but I didn't want to rebuy and go for points. I just wanted to focus on this. We came in, guys, with only 6 big blinds in last place. I'm going to tell you before this video starts, for all the haters, I used my poker one time. One time in poker means we want to run good one time for the win, for a flip, and we all say we want to use our one time. This is my sun run. This is the tournament we ran hot. I could tell you bad beat stories of all the times we didn't run good. I've complained for years. I've shown you guys my HUDs. We haven't had it good in good equity spots. We've just ran bad, but this is my run good. So be ready to see me get lucky. It's going to happen to all poker players. So I did play good, but I also got very lucky. So I'm going to show you most of it. It is kind of a long video, so I'm not going to show every hand. This is the final table. So soon you'll see the payouts here. I'll probably show it a lot in this video. So the reason why you're constantly looking is for ICM pressure and pay jumps to see where to put pressure on and how much pressure. So obviously when we have 6 big blinds, guys, we looking to double up. Hoping some people gamble before, and there was actually quite a bit of all-ins before with me 6 big blinds. Like, look at this right now. I was screaming like, get him out, get him out, get him out, but no one got out. So we got all the way down here to 4 big blinds. We have 4.2 big we have under 5 big blinds here. King 7, I would have went all in if this guy didn't go all in, but he did. Now we are under 4 big blinds, guys. So we're under 4 big blinds. We get Queen 7. We got to fold again. Here's another all-in. So what I did, you see how the color changed on the table? I already had like 10 hands or so since the tournament started. And I was like, yo, I got to fold. I got to change the table color. I don't know, all you poker players, what you do when you think you're getting card dead. We all mess around and try different things. Here, I was screaming for 10-9 to get there. And again, guys, we do not ladder up. Come into 6th place, all these all-ins, we do not ladder up. But guys, we have pocket 7s here, and we're under 4 big blinds. We have someone open here, and this is where I'm not like an expert by any means. I still think I'm supposed to jam here, but maybe not, because the odds of someone else come over top of them could be high. I'm supposed to get out of harm's way. I left a little bit open. If you see that, a lot of better players will do this. Let's just say for some crazy scenario, a handful, maybe 2 or 3 people went all in. I could get out of the way if I wanted to just ladder up. So if this person went all in and this person went all in and this person, then you're obviously going to be crushed. So then even though I'm under a big blind, I could just fold and watch 2 people get out of the tournament and make money that way. So just food for thought if you're ever in those scenarios. A lot of players know that, but some players don't. So we have pocket 7s, guys. We have the classic flip here to keep in the tournament. 7s versus ace king, slight favorite, and we hold. So the one time we wanted to hold in those flips is right there. If I didn't mention, there's 11,000 to win this tournament plus a real trophy. So during this series, there's maybe 10 to 15, I don't know it off by heart, trophy events. Some of them, I think there might have been 20, but like 5 or more are for like not no limit tournaments, like pot limit and Raz and games like that. So we get our first double up, guys. Pretty pumped once we start having chips. Here we have pocket 6s versus the same guy. Can we get him to call? And so some of you guys would know my tags. I don't show them all the time, but when I have someone tagged red, it's a player we tend to want to attack. Not that we wouldn't raise versus someone else, but I do want to attack certain tags that I have here. For me, it shows different skill levels. I could be wrong on these tags. If you didn't know what these colors are for some reason, you as the player can mark players to let you know what you think of them. So we ran into pocket 4s, the dream. It's going to be very, very rare. We're going to have a lower pocket pair call there. So not just getting hands to hold up there, but get the right scenarios. So we're climbing all the way back. We're down to 4 big blinds. Now we have 18, and we're 6 of 9 in the middle of the pack. So I was already pumped because it wasn't that I was just in last place, is that I had no room of chips to make some moves. So now we've got our dream double ups here. Ace-7 suited here versus a good player here. This is a spot, I think because of ICM, I have to fold. and better players would know this. The only reason why, and this is where skill level is, I think it's a correct fold, but against anyone else it's an easy fold. But I know this guy puts on a lot of pressure, so there's a bit of that to that. Anyone else, this is just table dynamic. This isn't just like playing a chart. This is knowing your opponents. So playing these guys quite a bit. These other players I know I'd be way behind. Him here has he will jam like the king queens and like the 10 jack suiteds and like hands like that I'm still alive, but I still think we're supposed to make the fold, but maybe some people think we're not. It'd be good to know. Here I'm just gonna we still have quite a bit here. Pocket sevens again. So guys, this is the most keyest hand. Oh, there's probably tons in this tournament, but this here, I'm pretty sure looking at this, second I called, I think this is a fold, because I still have the original razor. He's not going to punt off his tournament going into that, but I also knew this was the second most aggressive player at the table. But looking the fact that there's 40 big blinds here, I think this is just a snap fold all day. I really truly do. But part of playing poker, man, like I don't want to just ladder up. Like I juggle this in my head. Like I wanted to go for the win, so I'm like, if I can go against ace king and just double up and then really get chips and go after this, so I decided to gamble. And I'm not trying to be resort orientated. The fact that we're behind, I just really think, even if he had ace king, I still think it's the wrong call. I really think it was the wrong call. But guys, we spiked the 7 on the turn and get extremely lucky. So now we went from being last place in the tournament and we are 2 of 9. I was going crazy to say the least, as you can imagine. Not just getting lucky in a hand, we've all been there. We've all got it in bad, but it's just the scenario of being on a final table trophy event, to get there. Okay, so now you guys will have a better view of this, and as soon the other tables close, I even make it even smaller, so if you stay patient you'll see a little better here. Pocket sevens again, we're getting a lot of pocket pairs, guys. It was pretty wild. Here's this. So this is a scenario, I don't remember what I did here. Oh, that now I folded because he went all in, but I still think I was folding regardless. But this is just getting out of harm's way here, because if I call that, there's still so many people behind me. So even though I could have his range covered, I think it's the correct fold. And we wake 8s and ace queen, and the queen hits. So we got out of there with 7s and dodged the bullet. Here, the fact that I started getting some chips, even though this is the chip leader and we were in second place, there's certain players with chips that I wasn't concerned about without being like, just kind of rude. And there's other players I would respect if they have the chip lead, just typical normal ICM strategy. But when you think you have a really skill edge, I still want to put on pressure on players that I think aren't playing as good as some other players. So I sometimes will step out of the traditional way you're supposed to play just because I want to exploit other players. This could be one of the hands, I don't know. I was recording and talking at this point, but there were some parts where I just stopped talking, so I didn't play my original video because the equity was pretty high. So there's times I just really wanted to put a lot of thought into it. Here. So this is where I think ICM, I'm supposed to kind of get out of the way here and not defend this, but I'm not positive. But I think with these shorter stacks, I'm supposed to respect the chip razor here. But I feel like when I'm suited, obviously offsuit you fold, but because of who the chip leader was, like I was saying, I didn't mind. When you feel like you can hit on someone who's going to fully reward you and double you up, you tend to want to gamble a bit more with those people, especially if you're a bit deep stacked. So it's a type of player that I think I can MacGyver my chips away to get max value if I do hit, right? Here, I was planning if they all fold, I was going to jam my 2s here. We didn't get the chance here. Here, look at this poor bastard. He ran into here, just 19 big blinds, guys. Under the gun, he raised, got 3-bet here. Now you guys get to see a bigger view. Poor guy, kings versus aces. And this guy was a really good guy in the tournament. Talked to him on the last couple final tables. The last 2 or 3 tables, him and I were in it. So we did get a ladder up. We're down to, I think 2 people are gone there. I am going to speed this up, guys. don't have as much time as I thought. I gotta go pick up my son in a little bit. Okay, we have pocket tens here. I don't remember all these hands, guys. I legit don't. I don't know if we get called off. I'm just trying to show you some spots. But this was the guy who was just I was getting that red plate up there, the .com Richer. If he goes all in here, we were running to that guy a lot. I don't remember. So this is when the higher skill levels, guys, he can 3-bet me extremely wide, knowing that I want to ladder up. So even with 10s there, our normal scenarios, if he 3-bet me like 7, 8 big blinds, you know, most of the time you're going to re-jam him. But on ICM ladder jumps, it does change the dynamic very heavy, right? Here, guys, I'm just going to try to speed this up a little bit. Ooh, that hand's key. Here I put on max pressure with the club draw, and I took it down. We got pocket aces, guys. We were getting the cards, man. Like I said, I used my one time, my sun run. Felt so good. This whole series, even though you guys see me spike some wins, I've been losing like the worst spots. That size there, I actually wish I would have 3-bet a little smaller. My sizing, I think, didn't need to be that big. To me, it looks extremely strong. How many bluffs do I have there? But with ICM and stuff here, there is some play, but I probably would have preferred a 4.5, 4.75. It sounds small, but I just think I don't need to bluff that much or bet that much. But guys, we had someone come over top of us, and it was queens. And if you're this person, what you got to factor. My hand looks strong, but I've been one of the most aggressive players this whole tournament. This person seed me, so it does suck when you're playing the most aggressive player and they finally wake up with a hand. It's going to happen, so I don't hate their shove, and I just happen to have the goods that time. And now, guys, we went from 3 to 5 here. Love to see it. Here we have 2 pair. Ooh, this was very interesting. Homie put me in the blender. I think he bet hard here, and I was going to raise him on the turn. Like I remember thinking I need to raise this, and I didn't. I played it safer, just because the situation. Decided to slow it down and pot control it. Here, my first initial instinct was fold. And then I was like, if he has it, would he bet bigger for value? It seemed like a bit of a blocker bet, but just a little bit bigger than most people do a blocker bet. So I was like really thinking like we lose to any other 2 pair. And I'm like, would a queen do that size, because there's a flush draw and there's other, I don't think I have too many ace queens in my range. But I was really trying to put a lot of thought into that hand. Original gut was the fold. I do make the call. But I was really looking at that hand, thinking like, what the hell? And he has it. So he bet that flop, bet the turn, he checked the turn and got there in the river. I think he actually bet the turn. Anyways, but betting that flop and getting there is pretty gross for one. Pocket 9s. Do we get any action? I don't remember. Here, guys. Oh, I thought. I was getting a lot of strange situations versus this player, and this is where a lot of times you're going to be check raising these type of boards. But when you don't have as much chips as you would like to start a tournament and with stuff, I'm pretty sure I let out here, and I did half pot. He's thinking. So at this point, guys, we already had like $5,000 locked up. Oh, it tells you at the top right. So we already had $5,000. But the next pay jump was like $1,500. So you got to understand that there was a $1,500 pay jump. Here, we missed our draw. We're trying to represent the 9. I like that with the 7, we block him having the nuts a bit, and even having the 10. It blocks the 7-10 blocks a lot of the 9s that he could open with, and the fact that we don't have a spade in our hand, he could have missed his spade draw. So we had a lot of reasons why we'd want to bluff in that spot. He called us ace high, very nice call. Sometimes we'll have the goods there, sometimes we don't. And then we went from being in second all the way back down to last place. There's the payouts there, guys. It was 5,000, 6,500, 8,400, and 10,900. Let's speed this up, guys. I don't have a terribly amount of time. I apologize. King 5 here. I went for the min raise, which a little aggressive there with that, because you kind of want to get out of the way and let these guys battle each other. But like I said, that kind of goes out of the window depending. I shouldn't say it goes out of the window, and maybe this is the wrong way to view it, but I was really trying to factor who was at the final table and who I thought, even though I shouldn't be trying to bully and attack, I was still trying to go after the player, not so much ICM and what you're traditionally supposed to do. I was trying to, if I thought I had a skill advantage, go after those players. Here, small blind, aggressive play. I think offsuits find the jam. I think suited you might want to induce. Just little spots there. 10 jack. This time I decided to limp versus him. I think he better players will almost raise you all the time here in these spots. I'm not going anywhere. We get a piece of the pie. I don't know if, I'm pretty sure he kept betting, but I'm not positive. He bets. He bets again. We call him. So I think, guys, this was dicey. I checked here just thinking, is this guy bluffing in this spot, betting all 3 streets? And I'll tell you why. Because I could have a king the whole time. I called a jack, but even the queen would, if I had like queen 10, I got a pair. I could have 10 9, other 2 pairs. Like, I don't have too many things that really miss. My worst of my range is actually this. So like, I just thought it's not someone's going to bet off with like ace 5 or something like that. I was betting the whole way, or like pocket 6s, or I just really don't think he has so many bluffs in his range here. I just think, like, what am I really floating with that doesn't get some piece of that, right? And he put me all in, and I folded. So one of those ones we'll never know, but I would like to think I'm right. But you know, maybe it was wrong with me calling and not doing it. Maybe my better to do a semi bluff and raise on my pair and open end for some fold equity. But I decided to take that line, and we folded. So saved our life in the tournament. King 7. This video only is, I'm pretty sure they would, if they fold, we're jamming. Problem is, when this person has the chip lead, they open every time. It saves me from attacking the big blind. So every time he does this, I just can't make a move, right? It just handcuffs you. Ace King suited, guys. Do we get a double up? So here, I think I'm still the fact that it's suited, the really just sucks when you're under big blinds to do a min raise and have to see a flop and fold. Here, oh guys, this was so key. This was so key. How did I forget this hand? I go 7, acting like if they both go all in, I'm folding. I wouldn't be folding, just to let you know. But there is hands that you would do that with, right? So I went 7 here. Homie calls from the small blind, and what do you have? This. The big blind says, "Yo, I'm seeing what you're doing on the button. There's a free 7 dead money there, and they want to attack that." But this is very scary. How many times are you gonna do that and fold to a raise? Probably not too often. But here goes the all in, and I'm like, yo, we're either out of the tournament or we're tripling up. But we didn't come to fold ace king suited under 10 big blinds, so we're gripping and ripping. But I don't know enough about ICM. Like, I really don't. But I don't care to ladder up. Like, I want the wins. Like, so I guess it depends on how you're viewing it. Guys, we had look at that. Look at that. We get it. But look at that flop. These are the ones, if you don't hit it, you can't sleep at night. It doesn't matter if you just lose a flip ace king versus jack. It's like when they give you the flush and you don't hit it, like, you go mental. But I get the fucking river, boys. I was going crazy. Then we had a 5-minute break. This video ends. I'm going to show you one more video. I really don't have much time. And guys, there's ONCOOP going on right now, but I have to go pick up my son. So this is what I was trying to tell people, when it sucks when you can't play all the events and you got lots going on. But okay, we have 4 people left, guys. Unfortunately, I'm going to speed this up for you guys because we get to a spot here. It's going to be very fun to watch. I was going to show you some key spots. We're 3-handed. I get out of here. Pocket 8s. Ooh, this hand was crazy. I really think I made the bad fold here. I really think I should have called this down. I raised pre-flop. He checked. I bet flop. He raised me. I called the raise. Obviously, you see a turn here. He bets. I call. And then river, he puts me all in. I folded here, guys. And my entire gut was like, yo, you have to call this, I folded. I told him, if you're bluffing, good for you. When this hand was over, he asked me if I laid down ace king. I said better. But I don't know, man. I was like, what the fuck? There's even a chance a 9 would hit there, but I really think any 7-9 just check calls. They want you to bluff your misdraws. The fact that he triple barreled this, and I don't know, man. But I did play it like I had a draw. So good for him if he was bluffing. All the power to him. Sixes, guys. We go over a raise here. We get it by. How did this guy get out? It was small blind. He went all in versus big blind. We'll walk up into it. Now we're heads up, guys. Okay, this guy has 70 big blinds. We had 23. We were playing for $2,000 and something heads up match. Second was 8,400 and first was 10,900. So whatever the math is in there, I want to say it's around 2,500. Okay, we both were saying good luck. I made a joke to him. I've done this to a lot of people when I play heads up. When second the heads up match starts, I said I once beat Jesus heads up. This guy goes, you said that to me last time and I beat you. And I was like, oh fuck, this guy knows my pickup lines. And like, that was just kind of a side note. Anyways, we fight back here, guys. We get to even, and I asked him if he wants a deal. He didn't comment, and then I started clicking on the deal. You guys saw the last video if you watched. We lost a heads-up match for $3,300 where a guy offered me a deal, and I told him no. So then this time I was like, yo, how many deals do I not want to take and leave all this variance on the line? If you do make a deal for a trophy event, they make you keep, I think it was like $350 to $500 off to the side, and you play for a little bit of money, and you play for the trophy. Here we went for the goods. Might have been a little greedy. I don't think he calls me, but we do make our way back, and to be totally honest, I really felt like I had the upper hand heads up against this guy. I don't need to say everything I thought he was doing wrong. This is a very small player pool, and a lot of these players I do play with battle, but especially when we got heads up, I picked up on a lot of things. Doesn't mean I'm right, but I've played, as you guys know, I'm a spin and go player, so you're constantly playing heads up. I haven't, studied, but I do have a lot of game experience, and I watch a lot of other players play, and I thought he was doing some things that I would really, really highly recommend him not doing. But we got to even, and you'll see over here that I was clicking on a deal. Here, guys, I think he called here. We got backdoor full house. I did get some heavy bluffs through. And I was kind of just chipping away, but we did lose the chip lead more than once. That was not a good card. I think he bets, it might have been over pot here, which is a very nice bet if he did. But I remember thinking, is that the worst card in the deck? And I felt like I couldn't think of a worse card in the deck. But we were just exactly dead even. This only has 2 minutes left, so I might as well watch the last 2 minutes and then I'll end the video. Here we get trip kings, guys. I went for a huge overbet, and what happened here, this was very interesting. He raised pre-flop, I checked flop, I checked turn, and then that's what happened. I even checked river, I believe. Check flop. Check turn. Very, very sneaky. We top pair, delay here into the razor. I think I might have, so I checked it all the, oh no, I let out over pot, and he's not going to put you on too many kings, because most kings bet that 7. So we got paid there, and he had the 7 there. So that worked out well for us. Okay, guys, let's watch this hand. We have the old 69er. So we raise pre-flop, we get ace boards. Most people who raise in position are going to bet every single flop. I was doing a lot of min bets as opposed to risking a lot of my chips or my C bets. Here we're going to bet on our inside draw and tons of fold equity. It's going to get some 10s to fold, 5s to fold, some floating king highs if you had like, I don't know, let's pretend you had king jack or something like that. Here, guys, we got the fucking dream card. We get runner for the old 69er to get the straight. I went to 3/4 value town. I'll do a bet size like that to be kind of balanced when I miss, when I do have it, and also depending on how strong I think my opponent is will also decide my river bets. But you want to be balanced in those spots. And we get the dream, guys. I didn't even think about it. He came over top of us. Obviously, there was one chance of a higher straight, but the fact that he would have 9-jack there would be like so slim to call that. Anyways, it would have been a cooler of cooler. But guys, this was the last hand, as you guys just saw. We won the trophy event here. I don't know how it works to get the trophy, but I was going fucking crazy. Our $500 buy-in for $10,900. First of 97 people. Show you the bankroll real quick. We're over 100,000 now, 102,000. There's ONCOOP going on tonight. I don't think I could jump into the $2,000 one because when I can jump in, depending on where the big blinds are, we might be able to do it. But I got some stuff I have to do. Leaderboards, guys, we're in the top 6, but I can't play all the events. I really think we could have been favorite. I shouldn't say favorite. I think we would have had a chance to win it or come top 2 or 3. We were doing really good here, but we're still in the top 6. I'm definitely going to play this weekend for the main event, and I'll see what I could do for the rest of the weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget, we still have our money in our GG account, so we're doing good. Grinders, good luck on ONCOOP, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!